right. So this week at a Paris fashion show, Kanye West, or Ye, as he wants to now be called, wore a shirt with the phrase "White Lives Matter" on the back of it. Alongside him, conservative commentator Candace Owens, we all know and hate her, who also wore the same shirt in white. You guys, let's take a look at the footage. Let's just see. Come on.
This shirt sparked a lot of backlash from both fans and other celebrities. And Kanye West appears to be sticking by his decision to wear the shirt. But we spoke with the co-founder of Black Lives Matter LA, and she says the shirt is harmful. Tonight, a firestorm of controversy for Kanye West because of this photo taken at his Paris fashion show. Ye and conservative commentator Candace Owens wore shirts with the phrase "White Lives Matter" on the back, a phrase activists say is harmful and has been used by white supremacist groups.
It absolutely feels like a stunt. He knows better. And if he doesn't know better, or if Candace Owens doesn't know better, they need to be called in.
And Melina Abdullah, the co-founder of BLM LA, says she did call them in. After seeing the photo, Abdullah tried contacting Kanye online.
I released a statement and Black Lives Matter Grassroots released a statement, all seeking to call Kanye and even Candace Owens in and say, you know, we can help educate you. If you don't know, we want to familiarize you with the history of this country, of why we say Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is really a rallying cry to end state-sanctioned violence against Black people.
Kanye took to Instagram to respond to the backlash, saying, quote, "Everyone knows that Black Lives Matter was a scam. Now it's over. You're welcome."
The statement that he put out basically forecasted the end of Black Lives Matter. I will say that we aren't going anywhere, regardless of how many T-shirts he puts on or prints or distributes, regardless of how many statements he puts out.
TMZ founder Harvey Levin weighed in about Kanye's response.
There are two things with BLM. One is the organization, and the second is the movement. The problem is Kanye didn't distinguish between the two, and it was unclear what exactly he was talking about.
The criticism against Kanye's apparel was echoed by contributing Vogue editor Gabriella Carifa Johnson.
All right, you guys, you can pull most of this up on the internet, but I did want to leave the last part in where from TMZ that Black Lives Matter is an organization and there's Black Lives Matter, the movement. And of course, we are still always going to support the movement. But this is disgusting. It's disturbing. It's incredibly dangerous to have a platform of this size and be able to do this. And more importantly, like Kanye West is honestly just trolling at this point. This is a huge marketing tactic. He even said so in some of his Instagram rants that, you know, Fashion Week was a whole week, but everybody's talking about my T-shirt. So he knows how to garner that pull from the media to make these headlines, and good, bad, or indifferent, he's going to do it. I mean, standing alongside someone like Candace Owens, who he continuously puts, you know, in his friend circle, it's disgusting. And I'm really glad that a lot of our Black athletes and celebrities have finally come out. Even, you know, Vogue editor, she came out and did it and said a statement. Her name is Carifa Johnson. She said that Kanye West's attack on her is, you know, unacceptable. Excuse me, this is Vogue, who supported her and doubled down on what Carifa said, and they said that Kanye West's attacks of her is unacceptable. Now more than ever, voices like hers are needed. And in a private meeting with Ye today, she once again spoke her truth in a way she felt best on her terms. And so he met with her, and he met with Vogue magazine, who obviously he needs in his corner if he ever wants to have a fashion house. But this is just the kind of stuff that I'm no longer going to get behind. And you know what's crazy? Before this happened, I put a bid in for a pair of Yeezys because when he made the decision that he was going to leave Gap and do his own thing away from Adidas, and he was like, you know what? He was sounding like he was getting back to the old Ye. I said, I'm going to support Kanye. I'm gonna get my Yeezys. They're comfortable. They're really fly. Like I'm gonna finally get me a pair of Yeezys. But honestly, I'm done. I'm not supporting this. I'm not supporting an additional troll on the internet who wants us to just be consumers, who calls us sheep for speaking out an injustice. Because Kanye, back in the day, you always talked about racial injustice. And when it serves you, you always talk about being a black man and how the world sees you as a black man. But yet you need this white affirmation. You need the affirmation of white people in order to feel successful. And so I'm good off Kanye. Like he's an oppressor at this point. Omari,
Yeah, I think the thing with Kanye is, yeah, I mean, dude's always seeking white validation. You know what I'm saying? Is consistent that he just be seeking validation from white people, man. You know, I mean, it's cool. That's what he is that's what he does. I mean, and of course, they've been a master of PR. Like I told you, pretty soon, him and Kim are getting ready to come with a line of this and that, direct to home. Watch, you know what I'm saying? Watch out for that. Um, Also, he knows how to be able to take the story away from his wife if need be. You see, ain't nobody talking about Kim, ain't nobody talking about the tape, ain't nobody talking about the settlement, ain't nobody talking about nothing. They're all talking about Kanye. You get what I'm saying? And I mean, there's no links that he won't go through to actually be trolling, get media, and maybe deflect attention from his wife, all in one shirt. But yeah, it's I mean, Kanye's time. I'm thankful that I knew the Kanye that I knew at that time. You know what I'm saying? And whoever this Kanye is for, I hope they're enjoying him. But yeah, I'm good.
yeah, I see a couple comments. Just one, Leon, I'm so glad that you reminded us of him saying George Bush does not care about black people, because I totally forgot about that. And all the way down to now wearing a MAGA hat of "Make America Great Again," standing alongside Candace Owens, and he not and all of this, he is extremely violent on social media. That I hope he also gets blocked from social media, because on Instagram, what he does is that when he comes under fire, he starts going on this rant of attacks. And so during one of those rants of attacks, he's like, well, everybody wants to chime in about this t-shirt, but when everyone was tearing me down, a black man for actually, having, this need to see my kids, and nobody wanted to help me see my kids. All my black friends, none of y'all would help me see my kids. No one would speak out about me seeing my kids. It's like, he takes any moment to bring the Kardashians back into it, that he's even claiming that the Kardashians kidnapped Chicago during a birthday party, when you also came out, Kanye, to say that wasn't true. That, the Kardashian sister, Khloe, came out and said, listen, you want to do this on social media? Not a problem. I'll come out on social media and say this. Stop tearing down Kimberly. You're going to leave my good sis alone. You can come see your kids. That's not even up for discussion. But don't use the Kardashian name when you're under attack, because any other time you're just, any other time you're not saying anything, but now you're using it as a tool for deflection when people are saying you have no idea what the Black Lives Matter movement is. Because if you did, coming out with a t-shirt line like this, you would understand how dangerous it is that you have black kids, that you are raising your kids in this kind of thought process. If I'm Kim Kardashian, honey, I know she's sitting in that big house thinking, why did I ever have 4 babies with this guy? Because he's so out of control. Like, this is the worst baby daddy you can have. Like, for real. Like, for real. Like, oh my God, as a celebrity, nah, it's too much. It's just too much.
Yeah, he's gonna go to the well one too many times, and he's gonna find himself irrelevant in a lot of spaces. People, you know what I'm saying? This is the fastest way to actually lose your relevancy over time. I don't think Kanye is gonna age well as far as his relevancy in the industry and with the people. I don't see it.
I don't see the longevity in what is Ye anymore in this. But I do know that I will no longer be supporting his brand. I am looking forward to the blackballing in this case because, you know, we do need freedom of speech, right? We need that, but we also need to understand that violence and vitriol should also be condemned. And so if we have somebody like Kanye or anybody else for this matter, because if Kanye West was white doing this, oh baby, listen, the cancel culture would have been all over his ass. So because he's black, he's getting a pass on this because people think it's just extremely ironic, and they do understand that he is trolling. So with that being said, I think, you know, as the president of the black culture, I am now saying I am no longer supporting Kanye West or Ye or whatever this is. But I pray for him. I hope that he continues to do.
Are you going to use your draft pick? The blacks would like to trade Kanye West for Tommy from Power.
Man, come on. And actually, I don't even want Tommy because I heard Tommy's an asshole. So we'll figure out a better draft pick for him. But golly.